Hello guys, how are you doing? This is Offensively Talking, also known as Rex Done Did It. So today we're gonna be breaking down US30 and I'm on a 15-minute time frame. So I'm gonna go straight to the point. What do I see here? First of all, I'm gonna put this resistance here. I'm gonna put this resistance here because the market is playing around these areas. And what do I actually see here? I see this support here. Let me do this. I see this support here. I'm gonna put it just right there. And then let me do this. Good. So this is actually my support. So when things are like this, I'm actually looking to actually sell the market, because if you notice, the market has been playing around these areas here. It's been playing around these areas here, and it failed to break this resistance, and it shot to the downside, meaning that it got traction to the downside. And now I'm gonna make sure that my TP is here. I'm gonna make sure that my TP is here. I'm gonna make sure that my TP is here, because this is our 90% rule. This is if the market does actually break here, come for a retest, my first TP is gonna be here. So now I'm gonna put this here, take profit, cool. This is our take profit. And then now we actually waiting for a breakout around these areas. Waiting for so we're actually waiting for a breakout around these areas here. We only gonna enter this trade if the market actually does break here, because look, the market has been rejecting here for a while now. The market has been rejecting here for a while now. Let me do this. The market has been actually rejecting these areas for a while now. So now what I'm looking at, I'm expecting that the market to actually break this support, then come for a retest, so I can actually enter the trade. So let's see. The market actually gave us a breakdown and the candlestick closed below this support. So let's see what happens. The market goes down, the market goes down, the market goes down. We don't enter this trade until we get our retest. So bam, we have our retest here. That's when we actually going to actually execute. So I'm gonna put my tool here and target these areas just here, and I'm gonna make my stop loss really tight, because if the market is not going my way, I'm definitely going out same time. I can't stay if the market is actually not going my way. So we actually got our breakout, and we got our retest. Let me write it. We actually got our retest here. So now we're selling this thing. Let's see. The market played rejected, so the market start shooting down, shot down, like compulsively shot down. Let me see, and it continue shooting down. The market continue shooting down. Let me remove this thing here. The market continue shooting down, and see, the market actually shot down until our TP. We actually got our TP. As you can see, the market has been rejecting these areas, and the market finally broke out this support and actually came back for a retest. That's when we took the trade. We took the trade to our 90% rule, which was this level right here. We actually did hit TP on a 15-minute time frame. So the market actually broke this support. We might be expecting that the US30 is gonna go down again. Let me zoom out. Or if not, the US30 can actually reject these areas here, can reject these areas. But for now, let me focus on this. So since we got a breakout here, we might be actually looking to continue selling to the downside because the market actually broke this support. You saw, guys, this is actually simple because now I had my resistance here and I noticed that the market can't break this resistance here. So when it shot down, I actually saw that okay, now the market is ready to go down because it has been consolidating these areas for a while. And here you can see that the market has been actually rejecting this support here, but finally broke out and came back for a retest. That's when we actually took our trade. That's when we actually took our selling trade and we hit our TP. And that's it, guys. That's it. I hope this video was actually good. The video actually helped out a lot because I went straight to the point. If I used a trend line, let's say I'm using a trend line, I want to see something. Let's say I'm using a trend line. Let's say I'm using a trend line. You see, I was gonna miss this opportunity here. I was actually gonna miss this opportunity, but then it makes sense even with the trend line. It makes sense even with the trend line because the market actually broke, retested, and shut down. So, but let me not confuse you guys. That's how. That's the easiest way I do this. So I hope this video was actually helpful. You got to learn something from it. So thank you for watching this video. Much appreciated. Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope everyone is well. This is Offensive Alloy, so I'm back with another video. So today we're gonna be actually breaking down GJ. We're gonna be actually breaking down GJ on a 15-minute time frame, as you can see, guys. So I'm gonna show you actually how I actually backtest the markets and how I actually get an entry. So as you can see, guys, I actually put my resistance around this area and I'm gonna be demonstrating to you guys exactly what I'm doing. So I noticed that the market was actually trying to push to the upside, but it rejected this area for the first time, for the second time, and for the third time. So let me draw this thing here. Okay, so we got this here. Let me put this here. Let me get another one. So we got another one here. These are the areas that the market has been rejecting. So and another one here. Okay, so the market actually uh like, how can I put this, the market actually failed to break this resistance three times. As you can see, it's 1 2 3. So what I'm actually looking for a buy. As you can see here, let me do this. As you can see here, let me do this. You see, we actually look, the market is actually shooting to the upside. Now we have a uptrend now. Actually, the market, we have a uptrend now. So let me do this, guys. I'm really tired, but I actually promised to make a video on this, so I'm actually gonna push it. So what we actually looking for, I'm actually looking for the market to actually break this here, this area here, this resistance, play around, then actually come for a retest around this area. That's when I'm gonna be taking my buy trade until to this level here, so I'm gonna actually wait for the market to actually break this area here. Then the only time I'm gonna be able to enter this trade is that I need to make sure that the market actually comes here for a retest. If the market continue pushing up, I'm not taking this trade. because I'll be going against my strategy. So I'm gonna show you. So as you can see, the market actually failed to break this here 3 times. It's actually 1 2 3. So we're actually waiting for the market to break, come for a retest. Then we're gonna be taking our TP around these areas here. So let me do this. Let me delete this thing so we actually can see what's going on here. We actually can see what's going on here. So let me do this. This thing is stubborn, guys. This thing is stubborn. Let me do this. Okay, let me delete this thing. Doesn't wanna leave. Delete. Okay, so we're back. So like I said, we're actually waiting for a retest. So let's actually. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I was actually reading my message. So let me see. So okay, let me play this. Let me play this. Okay, we have a breakout. We have a breakout. So let's see what's gonna happen. I told you the only time we're gonna be entering this trade is when the market actually comes to this point for a retest. If the market doesn't come to this point, we're not going in. So I'm gonna actually take this and do this breakout. I'm gonna write break out, breakout. So okay, we actually have a breakout here. So we actually now waiting for the retest. So I'm gonna put another one here. I'm gonna put another one. Okay, let me put it here. I'm gonna write we only enter after after a retest. We only enter after a retest. So and we actually looking to buy the market on this area. So I'm gonna put another one here. I'm gonna write looking for buys, looking for buys. Okay, so let's see what the market actually do. So the market plays around. You see the market is actually trying to come for a retest. Let's see what's gonna happen. Market is actually trying to come for a retest. The market is actually trying to come for a retest. Let's see. So I'm just gonna play. See, now the market is actually coming for a retest. Coming for a bam, we have our retest. After we get our retest, we are buying exactly after we get our retest. So I'm gonna take my tool here. I'm gonna put it around this area here. I'm gonna take my tool and put this, and like I said, this is gonna be our TP. This is gonna be our TP. So I'm making my stop loss really tight because of if the market doesn't go my way, then I'm going out this trade. So I'm gonna put this thing here to make it easy for you guys. So this is our take profit. So okay, so let's see what the market does. Remember guys, we're gonna enter exactly after this retest here. You see this retest here, we're gonna enter after this retest. So I'm actually gonna play this clip and actually show you what's gonna happen. So let's do this. I'm just gonna play it all and see. Remember, we got in here. Now we got in here. If the market breaks below, then we're going out. It means the trade is not actually going our way. So I'm gonna just play the whole thing. Let's see. You see, now we're going up. We're going up. We bought here. Don't forget, we actually bought here. We bought here, and the market is shooting up. The market hit our TP. Same time, the market actually. Sorry guys, the market hit our TP. Same time. Please forgive me, guys. This thing is giving me problems, but I'm just gonna. The market actually did what? hit our TP. So the market came here, we going out, we hit our TP. So you can see what actually happened here. So the market was playing here for 3 times, and we actually waited for this breakout. So we got our breakout. The only way we were gonna enter the market was if we got a retest, which is we actually got our retest. We entered the market here, and we said our TP is here because this is actually the highest point. This is our 90% rule. So we entered the market here. Exactly after we entered the market here, we never went to a negative. We just went straight to profit. So we shot to the upside, hit TP, we out. We actually waited for a retest. This day is our retest, and we're looking for buys around this area. We actually have our breakout, which is this side, and we actually have our TP, which is the 90% rule, and we out. This is actually straightforward, guys. Like, there's nothing more to say. I hope this video actually helped you a lot, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna be recording more of these videos. So actually, thank you for watching the video. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Hey guys, so as I've said here, I'm gonna be breaking down Nasdaq. So I'm just gonna be showing you guys how I go about when I'm doing my analysis on Nasdaq. So the first thing that I normally do when I'm doing a stack, I go up to H4 time frame. So on H4 time frame, I'm only looking forward for a market direction. As you can see, market is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. So you can basically see that the market is pushing to the upside. Now, this is clear to us now that the market is pushing to the upside. So let me just remove everything. Then the one thing that I do, I draw my trend lines here so that I can be specific of what of significant areas and significant zone. I can toss this tool. Let me just look for this tool. This is what I normally use. This is what I normally use. So this is what I do. I make my trend line to be what? To be a zone, guys, instead of making it to be a line. So now let's draw our upper trend line. As you can see here, we have our upper trend line. As you can see, guys, that market has been rejecting this upper trend line, has been respecting this what? This upper trend line here. As you can clearly see, guys, it's even more clear. You can see that the market has been rejecting this upper trend line. So you can see that we have what? We have multiple touches on the upper trend line that we have here. So then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove everything. Then we hop in down to H1 time frame. So I'm just gonna make, so on H1 time frame, guys, this is where I'm just gonna draw those patterns inside patterns, yeah. So I'm just gonna try and shift my trend line. I'm just gonna try and have as many touches as possible. As you can clearly see, we have a touch here, 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 and also at the touch here. So I'm trying to find as many touches as possible to make my trend line to be a bit more valid. So let me just draw my lower trend line. As you can see, guys, here inside this what this big expanding channel, because you saw on H4 time frame we have what expanding channel to the upside. So now inside this big expanding channel, we found this what rising wedge pattern that has been formed on H1 time frame. So as you can see, guys, now we can see that the market, it did that, it pushed to the upside, came back and continued to push to the upside. So now for us to be taking this trade to the downside is gonna be a bit risky because of, you can clearly see that the market momentum is to the upside because of trading patterns alone is gonna not give us the fullest of what of the strategy. We have to understand what is price telling us at the moment. So you can see that price here is having a bit more momentum to the upside. So what is that we do? We're just gonna wait for price to push maybe a bit to that downside and form a commitment, and then we're gonna be looking to target all the way to the downside. We're gonna be looking to target all the way to the downside. Then we can also find another entry here at the break of what of this below trend line here. Then that's when you can look for another commitment. Then we're gonna be looking to capitalize all the way to the downside on this Nasdaq trade. But then again, if it doesn't really give us that, what is that we want to see? We want to see market forming some sort of what? A small pattern here. Then once the market has formed a small pattern here, we're just gonna draw our trend line here. Then we're gonna take what? A reduced risk entry. Obviously, we're gonna be targeting all the way to the downside. So a reduced risk entry is just below our what? Just below our pattern here. Then obviously, you know, we're targeting what? We're targeting our 90% rule, about what? 5% profit. There is our 90% rule. So this is how we're gonna be looking to capitalize on this trade, guys. This is how I do my analysis on Nasdaq breakdown. Then, guys, then again, guys, it might not also give us this. So we also have another forecasted method that we have is that Nasdaq can just break above here. Once it breaks above in these areas, we know that Nasdaq is breaking to catch traders in the wrong side. How do we know that it's catching traders in the wrong side? It's because it impulses back into the structure. Once it impulses back into the structure, we don't just blindly be taking this trade. What is that we do? We wait for market to form what? To form a small commitment. So once the market has formed a small commitment, that's when we're going to be looking to take this trade. Here we're just going to be all going all out. We're going to be taking what? A high risk entry. So we're going to be taking a high risk entry, putting our stop loss just above in these areas, and still targeting all the way to the downside about 8% profit. But then you can still target what? You can still put your risk just your entry just below and target about 6% profit, which is still a great profit, guys. So this is one of the trades of which I'll take them over and over again, or because out of 10 times they tend to play maybe 8 times, and then you get to lose 2 times. As you know, guys, that there is no strategy that is 100% accurate. So we take the one that gives us the more win ratio. As you can see, this is one of the setups that are picture perfect, guys. These are one of the setups that are picture perfect. We're not just gonna be blindly taking this trade, guys. Once we see that we are at our resistance or upper trend line or below trend line, because of we don't trade patterns alone, but we trade also what we trade price to see where is price going, guys. As you can see now, it hasn't really shown us any signs or anything to tell us that okay, now the price is to push to the downside. So what is that we're waiting for? We're waiting for any of these forecasted method to give us a sign that now the price is indeed ready to push to the downside. Then that's when we're gonna start to capitalize all the way to the downside on this setup. So yeah, this is how I do my analysis, guys. So I hope you take this, you go home, you learn, and you back test, because of just seeing me doing this setup is not gonna give you the fullest of the strategy. The best thing to do is that you back test the strategy, you get to know how it works when it doesn't work, so you're gonna avoid taking unnecessary losses. So guys, back testing the strategy is gonna give you the full potential of what of the strategy. So just take this information that I just shared with you guys, one of the very valuable information you'll ever see. Take it, guys, and go home, apply these things, guys. You're gonna see, because as you can see, you saw how I forecasted my traders to what is that I wanna see the market doing. Like if any of those things that I said the market I wanna see the market doing, if it doesn't do them, then for me to stay out of the trade, it would be a good decision. I'll just stay out of what of the trade until the market comes back to me. And then if it doesn't come back to me, I'll just evolve with the current structure. Probably I'll be looking for market to come back. I'll be looking for market to come back and retest these areas here. Then once it retests, then I'm going to be looking for it to push to the upside. So this is going to be me evolving with what with the structure of the market, because of we mustn't be entitled to any type of what of analysis. We must always be controlled by what by price, as to what is it that the price is telling you. Then once you see that okay, the price is saying okay, I want to go to the downside, then you just react to what the price is saying instead of you wanting to be correct at all times. So for you to increase your win ratio, it's just that you have to react to what the price is telling you instead of wanting to be entitled to your analysis. Maybe you said that the price is gonna go down, so the price is not going down. You're still putting those buy, those sell instead of just seeing what the market is trying to tell you and do what the market is trying to tell you instead of you being just entitled to any setup. So guys, as you saw how I forecasted my trade, so you just go home, apply whatever that I showed you here, how I look for my entries, and another thing, guys, I don't just blindly take this trade. I look for candlestick confirmation before I take the trade because of they specify more the psychology behind them as to if this candlestick, let's say engulfing is printed out, what is the psychology behind engulfing candlestick, like bearish engulfing candlestick in such cases? What is the psychology behind those candlesticks? So you get to understand those things so you know why the market is selling, why the market is buying. So yeah, thank you guys. Just don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share, like, and click the like button. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself.